Alrighty, we have arrived. We are officially here in Kyrgyzstan.
Yes, fantastic.
And it's beautiful. Cozy little airport. Now time to head to the hotel and we're in good shape. Alrighty, we've got some nice light, a little bit of rain. It was a quick, easy flight. A little bit intense in the airport. Super easy to get everything set up, but the taxis were very full on. But now we've got our Yandex and just heading into the sunset now, into the hotel and into Bishkek. So it's a lot greener, it looks like here, and there was a lot of smog the last couple days in Almaty. So right now, because of the rain, it's very clear down here, which is also exciting because my photography finger is itching. But it looks lovely. It looked like there was a lot of fields and whatnot when we were coming in. And it's a nice cruise on the way out. So we'll get about a 15-minute trip in from the airport, which will give us a bit of a view. Well, we didn't make it very far. We've stopped for gas, which is all good. He's not hassling us or anything like that, so no problem. It's just funny. And then, it's amazing. It's completely kicking off. Makes me wish I was out there taking a photo. Alrighty, as we're cruising along, now we're cruising in front of the face of the mountains out there. Bit of sunset light as they kind of drift off. Ooh, a lot of bushes went out, sorry. But, oh, that's nice. Great farmland, good roads. Just heading in. Alrighty, that means we are officially in Bishkek, I guess. Oh. Cool street signs. God, that's what. So we got checked in and interesting. I just at the hotel because there's nothing around, and we're just getting ready to take it easy, run some errands in the morning, and then from there out into the countryside. So I picked a hotel a little bit outside of the center because we wanted something that would be a little bit easier to drive from. It's always super nerve-wracking, new country, and the roads are a little bit intense here. So we're right next to the power plant there, and then you can see paved road that goes to dirt. And the hotel's pretty decently done up. Had a terrible dish last night. It's amazing it didn't give me food poisoning. Probably the worst one of the meal here at the hotel, but the sleep was good. You have this type of construction in both countries where everything is just fenced off with a gate for yards, which gives you just walls down the streets, which is a little interesting. So yeah, we'll get the car, and very industrial. It's funny. Whew, all right, here in the car, ready to roll. Anxiety level is up there. It'll be good as soon as I'm out of the city, but first couple little bit driving in a new country, especially where the rules are a little chaotic, always gets me wired up. So can't wait to get out to the countryside. And first we need to go to the market, stock up water, all the basics. We are kind of kitty corner to the desert, and then we are on our way. All right, we're at the supermarket stocking up. A lot of great options. Love the markets. Alrighty, now we're talking. Made it out of the city in one piece. Look at those mountains. That is amazing. And meanwhile, I'm down here in a t-shirt, which is brilliant. We got our little 4x4 here. Seen some miles. So now we're cooking, just winding through the back roads. Look at those mountains. And the green just goes right up until it doesn't. Turns to winter again. Oh, this is what we were hoping for. Feels so good. Turned out to be a beautiful day. We got on the other side of the power plants, which has meant that the air's cleared up. Clouds are kind of clearing up. We're also drifting out of town. We're going to a historic tower from the old Silk Road. Gosh, I love how it's just green, treeless up to the edge, and then you just have snow. Driving around right now, these back roads and the towns reminds me a lot of Georgia in kind of the feel, mixture of vehicles, things like that. Totally different culturally, of course, but it's so interesting. Alrighty, taking a nice back road, not back road, it's supposed to be a pretty major road, but it's a dirt potholed road. Taking us through some farmland. That's a little Azor here. So we need to pick up speed here probably in a little bit, get to that tower. But we're enjoying every minute, every kilometer, every half kilometer, every 100 meters, every pothole. Well, this certainly didn't take us long. Little back road. We're hoping it reconnects with the big road here soon. It's cozy. Ah, look at this. Isn't that great? Alrighty. Beautiful day. We are now stopped at first official stop, the Burana Tower Archaeological Architectural Museum. Has this cool tower in the background, so let's learn a little bit about that. Check it out. Head up it. This one is, I believe, tied to the old Silk Road and was the site of a city, I think. David up there doing his work. World Heritage Site, Ancient Settlement of Burana. I'll let you guys translate that one. Cool. Alrighty, the official placard, Silk Road Routes Network of Chang'an Tiansen Corridor. Burana has been identified as a medieval settlement of Balasagun, also known as Skip, founded in the early 10th century. The most noticeable structure at the site is the Burana Tower, a medieval minaret made of fired brick. It dates from the late 10th century and is considered to be the earliest surviving minaret in Central Asia. Followers of Islam, Sino, and Buddhism lived in Balasagun, which was an important stop on the Silk Road and place of intercultural exchange. Alrighty, here's the tower. Oh, and you can see the mountains in the background. A little human for perspective. Oh, that was disgusting. That was not appreciated. Okay, reframe this here. I'll leave it in there for you guys. Congratulations. Full experience. So a bunch of these are monuments to commemorate kind of points of significance and date back to about 1,000 years. And then I think over here are petroglyphs from the valley, which date back to about 3,000 to 4,000 years. Though some come all the way up to 3,000 years, 2,000 years. And then some millstones over here. So these are quite cool, the different figures, more detail on some of them. And the nomadic people would leave them out, and the Turkic people, to mark their way. Some pretty good depictions of critters on the plains. Some a bit more visible than others. This guy's a little bit faded. Always fascinates me when you think 4,000 years ago someone was just kind of wandering around here creating things. Why? Quite the view behind the tower, huh? Some of these have such great character. Like, all right, this one's cool. But then look at this guy here. Oh, look at him, arms crossed. Personality and the artistry and the different approaches. Always that angular chin. And up the tower. Huh? Oh, nice. Very steep. I gotta turn my light on. Oh, that's beautiful. But certainly a little rugged. I'm walking with my hands as I work my way up. Wow. Up into the light.
И достаточно это было все экономически выгодно.
Что еще можно сказать по поводу тех кайратов, которые мы с вами снимали внизу в Сирии, и тех, которые находятся в заказниках, то сразу же присылалось сообщение в 2 города, между которыми происходило, и князья, даже не разбираясь, высылали свои войска. И вот какое село там неподалеку от того места, где это беззаконие происходило, да, они просто сжигали село.
Pretty much my nightmare. You too can be with a friend, or worse. After that toxic shit at the hotel last night, we stopped at the big mega market and got some food. What's yours look like? This basically looks the same. Are they identical? Oh, no. They're really good. This is actually some of the best, the best we've had so far. It's so tasty. Alrighty, so we have dropped down onto the other side of the mountains, and it's a lot drier, much more deserty, kind of Arizona-esque in some ways. I also managed to get a speeding non-ticket, ticket, whatever it is, along with everybody else in the flow of traffic. So that was an interesting experience, a little expensive. But I think I paid a tourist tax. But painless, and they were very friendly. But yeah, so now figuring out where we crash and yeah, what part here we're gonna explore. We're just cruising along a little lane. Saw some trees out in this blue water. And this little road looked just fine. A little 4x4 action. As long as the water level doesn't come up any. I think we're alright. Alrighty, we found a little guest house. Now we are chasing light, trying to get back to these guys. Pretty amazing patterns of light on the formations down there. But there's a river in the way, so we're looping down and around and fighting a little bit of weather. Stuck in a traffic jam. As we make our way in. Hello guys. Catching up from behind. And you get horses everywhere, just roaming around. Sometimes there's a cowboy nearby. Sometimes it's just sheep. Sometimes it's just road. These Kyrgyz cemeteries are pretty impressive. Ah, that's beautiful. A little bit windy and getting cold, but it's punching through a little bit. So we're getting a little bit of light out there. A little grave or chapel down there. Already arrived at the accommodation for the evening.
Okay, enjoy your meals.
Thank you.
Perfect, thank you.
You
Very
both
cozy.
live in Copenhagen?
Yeah.
Very cozy. Alrighty, we got a nice little breakfast. We do a really nice way to doing tea. So you have the distilled version here, or concentrated version here, and then you pour a little bit in like a shot, and then you supplement it with the water. But nice breakfast, ready to roll. I'm stuck. Come on, guys.
You won't be.
Move. Move.
I'm gonna get the truck kicked.
No, they just move over. Thank you for moving over. Next up, please move over. Passing on your left. Do I have to signal? All right, we're good. I love this. Good morning, good morning. Boy, look at that. And you got a cowboy driving his herd over there. In front of the mountains. I like that. Got more mountains. More horses. Alrighty, so we're winding up over a pass. It should close after this little village up here. So we're just kind of looping up and over. Made it up into the snow. Oh, that's pretty. Alrighty, so far the pass is still open, so we're wandering down here. A lot of little houses, a lot of cowboys, horses, cows. Little stream, not frozen. So onward that way. I think a bit off one action too. Jesus Christ. Alright, we wandered through another mountain pass. Found this little side road that should connect to a big road and let us avoid backtracking. Let's see if it's open all the way. Seems okay right here. So, let us see. So a couple of local guys riding on a horse, sitting loading up the car full of manure. Told us the road was open, and the road's pretty good, but it's 30 miles like this, and it's starting to snow. So I think we'll turn around, go hit the paved road, and then head for the lowlands instead. But oh, what a cool view of him sitting there on the horse. You know, they wear the traditional hats, and kind of just, yeah, having a conversation as the the load up happened. How cool is that? 2 cowpokes and their doggies with the mountains behind them. Little crossroads town, bunch of restaurants. Unfortunately, they're all smoking fish. Carp, I think, which I can't handle. So it is very stinky. So we were gonna eat, but we'll continue on. Alrighty, we stopped in downtown and found a little place. Nate went for the lagman. That looks really good. I went for the, I don't know. Thought it was chicken. Looks beef. Looks good. And I'm hoping no liver this time. I think it might be the same one. Let's see. So I'm not sure what I'm eating or what part of the animal. What animal or what part. But it's good. I think it might be, it looks like beef, but she pointed at chicken. I pointed at lamb. She shook her head at lamb. So it could be beef. Technically could be horse. Doesn't taste that livery. Could be gizzards. I have no idea. It's really tasty though, so it's okay. The place is quite fancy. What's the verdict on yours, Nate?
It's good. Simple. Nice.
So that meal was $5.30 in total with 2 waters and the 2 dishes. And then this is downtown. Bit of wind. We're working our way along the lake. It's behind me. Mountains up here. Pulling over for a quick little refresher, nap, and stretch. So what do we have?
Sure. It's a euro, but it's not quite a euro. It's a pizza folded in half.
We're in this, where are we? We're in a supermarket, community center, something.
Movie theater,
market.
One.
Yeah. So this has a lot of cheese in it, unfortunately. So let's see how I do. But yeah, we need to grab some food before we get to the accommodation and before we chase sunset. So let's see. It's cloudy out, so it's 50-50 on the light. But yeah, let's see. Alrighty, light is very difficult, but we decided to take a back route as we kind of loop down towards the accommodation, which is down that way, and I think it'll take us through the pass down towards the lakes. But this way we've scouted for tomorrow morning a little bit, which is good, and we are both exhausted. A lot of driving the day, so looking forward to a cozy bed. So this is the road that's supposed to take us through the pass over there. It got significantly smaller.
That's what she said.
No! Stop ruining my videos! Damn it. All right, so we're making our way down this one. David's quite confident that it's going to go all the way through.
It's going all
I am less confident, and he may end up owing me beer. I may end up owing him a beer. But let's see if we beat sunset.
All right. Yeah. This path is just starting to get interesting. Now we've got this pipe over to the right and some rocks on the left. We're doing all right. Coming through just fine. Confidence.
Yeah, let's see. Holy crap, was that dumb? Yes. Was that pleasant? No. Was that epic? Are we all the way down yet? No, but at least you can see the city. Holy crap, that was not a good idea. All right, I have to say this Land Cruiser is amazing.
Jam.
All right. Alrighty, we reached our accommodation for the evening. Little common area. Bathrooms here. And get the little bed. Oh. Nice. Cozy, warm. Alrighty, I'm here in the living room of our $18 a night apartment for the two of us. Pretty good. Weather is cloudy. Light is very unremarkable. So we're taking it a little slower this morning. Plan is to head up to a Fairy Canyon and then explore another pass that is actually supposed to be closed at the top again, a little bit like last time, but we figure we'll check that out. And then on out to Kazakhstan and that area. So let's see how far we get, what we find. If there's too much rain in the forecast and whatnot, then we might head back towards where it's a bit greener versus slogging through the rain. But we'll play it by ear. So let's see. Let's see if the road's a little bit better today. So the way these accommodations, homestays, it was the same in Georgia, work is breakfast is included or it's relatively affordable. This was $3. And then typically dinner is also available extra. A lot of the places you don't have anywhere else to eat. And so, yeah, we got there's a lot of really nice jams, beautiful little omelet, some good local eats. My omelet is on the way. Yummy. Alrighty, first stop of the day, Fairy Tale Canyon. So we're winding up here. Gonna see what we find, but I quite liked these rock formations here already. So nice little road winding back. Well, the light really is rough, but we've made it here, and there are some pretty cool fairy castles. So that's interesting. So the downside is light is pretty rough. The upside is because it rained all last night, the color is actually much more vivid on here. So if it was middle of the day, you really wouldn't get a lot of that. pretty. Really pretty. Kind of sandstone layers turned on their side. Oh, we got blue sky coming in. And then a lot of clay. Still getting some nice color out of these guys. And a really nice blend back in here. And we're the only ones here, which is also amazing. Look at these sedimentary layers. You can just track them through. Such cool geology. Wow, so because it rained last night, all of the sage and brush are incredibly aromatic. So I'm getting amazing sweet smells of like vanilla and sage. Huh. Why? You can actually see over here, you have the lake. Beautiful out there, flat, calm, peaceful. Oh, so I saw a hill to change my vantage point, and I saw another hill, and then another hill. I finally got up here, and wow. Boy, sunrise up here would be pretty epic. I don't know if you can hear that, but the bird is sitting right here, and it's figured out that if it chirps into the canyon, there's an echo. Amazing. Look at the light out there. Lake is gorgeous. And then you can just see, that's Kazakhstan out there on the other side of the mountains. And Almaty just on the other side out there. Oh, wow. Oh, it's amazing. I can wind through these canyons. And come back here. And get the shot. Alrighty, now we're chasing the Barskum waterfall. There's a Yuri Gagarin monument down there. Have to figure out why. Only about 40-minute drive from where we were. Cutting up into the mountains, pine trees, grass. It's a little militia settlement. Power lines. But huge mountains on either side of it's just totally obscured. And then waterfall we think is frozen, but let's see. Could still be pretty cool. Well, I hear water flowing underneath it, but definitely still a bit frozen. Clearing up a little though. Whew. Gotta investigate anyway. Well, it was worth an effort, but that's a nope. Too much snow on top of it actually, which means that there's not really any ice. All right, well, the upside is it opened up. Even though that was frozen, you can see the valley looping down through here. So we'll go check out the monument to Yuri and then continue along the road. My translate doesn't work right now because there's no signal, but pretty positive this is a tribute to Yuri Gagarin. Very cool. Nice view. So there's the lower waterfall, frozen. Upper waterfall, frozen. Now that the clouds moved a little bit. Oh boy, I would love to be fly fishing this. Looks amazing. Oh, it's amazing driving up here. Just have horse herd everywhere. Hey guys, oh, is that your little baby? Hi, you're cute. Hmm. And they've got that heavy winter coat on them. Yeah. Alrighty, we are cruising up these crazy switchbacks, but they're doing heavy work up here. So they've made these big old fantastic roads, which I mean with the 4x4 is no problem. We have to watch for the dump trucks coming down because there's some big trucks. But we're gonna go up to the top of this pass, check it out, and then there's some lakes up there which will be frozen. But get some photos and then we'll probably loop around and then start back. But let's see how the roads are. I mean, these roads are amazing. Look at that, the zigzag up there. It's a horrific scar, but it's logistically, for our purposes, very convenient. People are so nice. Car stopped and just told us, oh yeah, one town you can get to, the other there's a rock slide or something. But this passed 3,442 meters, so we're 200 meters higher than the ski lifts and whatnot took us on top of Almaty. And oh my gosh, that was such a cool drive up here. So we got up to about 3,600 meters, I'd say. Dump truck going down there. And then the car just was losing power and there was a little whine. So as soon as that happened, we stopped, flipped a U, and came down to this overlook, which is a good ways back down. A little bit of sun breaking through. What a spectacular spot. Following the tracks. There's a bunch of marmots up here. We're seeing some eagles. And I just had to come up here to this overlook and see what was down the valley. And, wow, there's actually a bridge down there on the side. So, hiking trails, or shepherd's trails, I guess. Wow. We took a little stop, a little bishbarmak, grilled vegetables. They do these fantastic teas. The entry, they're using shipping containers left and right. All over we saw a supermarket with shipping containers earlier. And the place is super nice. All right, so I'm here in our accommodation for the evening. A big common area. And then a bedroom. But yeah, read up a little bit more on, ooh, you see me there. Read up a little bit more on the Yuri Gagarin stuff. And it turns out that, yeah, I should have known this, but he was Russian, but of course had landed somewhat nearby and had made a visit. And so they commemorated it. There was apparently some kind of speculation that it was actually secretly covered up, but this was where he landed, but all conspiracy. So cool statue, and always a cool connection to a pretty interesting dude. an amazing piece of history. But yeah, not from here or any more direct connection. Alrighty, in the last 20 minutes, the skies have cleared up and we are at the very special wooden cathedral here. We just passed the Dungan Mosque, which is built in the Chinese style. And we'll head up to the mountains here, try and use a little bit of this light. Wind, you can see the clouds are just blowing by quickly. Unfortunately, we need to start cutting back the other way, get back to the capital by tomorrow evening. So this is quite fun. It's a toll gate, but he's got it rigged up with the rope, and the rope to the office. Ooh, I would love to fish these rivers. Water's so clear. And very cold. Still snow. Alright, David caught the nail in the tire, so before it went flat. So now we're just found a place right down here and getting it fixed real quick. Alright, quick and easy. It'll be a total of $3.50, about $4 to patch the tire, and they've done a nice job. Rebalance it, toss it back on there. We've been driving across the area around Kyrgyzstan, and been all of these ravens lining the streets with a whole bunch of birds of prey, like falcons or something, all the way along. So it's been really, really cool seeing them as we go. Some with bird, or bird on bird, dinner, lunch, whatever it might be. So we'll get this patched, and then I think we'll go and we'll try and find some lunch, right?
That's the idea.
In this little town, maybe. David expertly spotted the nail before it became an issue, which was awesome. Then we asked some cops, who were very friendly, where the tire place was, and now they're getting the tire done. So, voila, very nice. Alrighty, we made it downtown. Now we're hunting for a little bit of lunch. Fast food over there. Mixture. It's bustling down here. Alrighty, we found a great little cafe. David's going straight for the chili. Having fantastic with some water. A super little cafe. And so we got the lunch special.
A little heft to it. It's got a little jiggle.
Take a bite. What is it? So the lunch special. What?
No, it's a samosa. It's a bread samosa.
Yeah, so yours is round, and then mine is normal. Oh, mine's nice one. You demolished mine.
It broke.
Bro, what did you do? Throw it down the stairs? Anyway, we
This
had
one's like bread, and that one's like samosa bread.
the special in that place. It was packed. It was great. It was $1.20 for the combo, and then these were like what, like 50 cents, 60 cents. Great little town. So that flat tire ended up being not a flat tire. Ended up that deflating, slowly, gradually deflating tire ended up being super. So now it's time to hit the road again and see what adventure awaits. Alrighty, we've got a bit of a storm blowing in. We've got crazy weather, wind on both sides.
Crazy.
We've done the north coast, which has been a little bit less impressive, quite a bit less impressive actually.
It's still pretty.
And so, yeah, now we're gonna continue on to some accommodation.
It's a meeting of minds.
They have these, so you can do a public, little maintenance run. Interesting. They're at every pullout with the toilet. So the last 11 kilometers look like they're gonna be a little bit more like the South Coast. So it's a nice reminder of how rough the roads are. But now we have 2 lanes. Before this, it was 1.5 lane. And you had everybody like darting around each other down onto the side when they were passing, which was pretty funny. So now we're just cruising in. The North Coast has been, I don't know, it's very touristy on this end, minus this road, and much less interesting, much less dynamic, much less kind of, yeah, I don't know, just human feeling. So the far eastern part was the best. We've got a big old storm blowing in, so everything over there is foggy. There was a huge dust devil that just blew across. We've got rain and clouds over there. We're gonna stay in. So this lake back over here is amazing, actually. It is the, what was it, the second deepest high altitude lake in the world at 600, or large, like it's 600, no, that's wrong. Anyway, it's 620 meters at its deepest. It's 250-ish meters on average. And it's one of the 10 largest bodies of fresh water, which is pretty incredible. Oh, show the lake. Pivot! Surrounded by the mountains as it is. Amazing blue water. They said that in winter you can see up to 50 meters down. The water's so clear. In summer it's about 20. We saw it was super clear yesterday. Today it is a windy mess, but it's a beautiful blue. So, very cool lake. And that's it. How happy are you with yourself right now?
I'm so happy. Now we're at the right line.
What did you just tell me?
Going all in.
We may not have water or working toilet at the accommodation, but there is running water here. So he doubled down on the chili. But that lightning does look really good. I'm curious what mine's gonna be. Oh man, should have done beef. All right, mine looks pretty good. Mine looks a little almost Italian. Ah, haha. See? Ooh. Ooh. It was like a beard. Let's see how this goes and how checkout in the morning goes and everything else. But she's very sweet, so we might grab some water on the way back. Final adventure. We're gonna have a very restful evening tonight. Alrighty, we've got water at the place, which is very welcome. And came out to see what the weather was looking like. If I could get a little bit of sunrise. I'm stuck in the middle of town. Cars gated in, which is okay. But this is pretty windy, cold. Oh boy. Fresh snow up on the mountains. Sorry, you're probably getting blasted with wind. Not much out over the lake right now. One thing that's pretty interesting is just how many war monuments are spread throughout the country. You have one in pretty much every town with a piece of equipment. Bigger town, this one has a tank. A lot have artillery pieces. You name it, you almost have an army's worth of old equipment spread all over the country. It is pretty funny to finally have a bit of light and to be stuck in town and totally surrounded by power lines. Wasn't an amazing sunrise by any stretch of the imagination, but was a sunrise, which we really just haven't been getting. So, yeah, managed a few shots with the long lens, and I'll take that as a win. Ooh, these are gonna be so windy, sorry, but here's the neighborhood. Just cruising town. The apple trees are in full bloom right now, which is quite nice. They definitely periodically take some interesting design choices. That looks like heating pipes. Guess I just don't use that door anymore. Slightly bigger street here. Good example of the use of shipping containers. They're using them everywhere. We saw a supermarket made out of them. Most of the restaurants are made out of them. It's quite clever. Great example of changing cultural priorities. They have these little build-outs as a design element, but these guys made good use of it. Alrighty, we're cruising along our way. Saw a chance to drive up here, get above the power lines. Taking a little bit of the desert. river running through it. Now just waiting for the light. We're just winding back out from the plains up around Bishkek. We found a little side canyon. The Kazakh border is right on the other edge by us here. And yeah, just exploring a little bit with our last few hours. Chef is cooking up some coffee. Cold iced coffee, as the tradition goes. Nice view with power lines. Beautiful dusting. And it rained last night as well up here. So a lot of puddles, but everything's crisp and green. Beautiful little river running through here. It's nice. Ooh. Tree-lined path. Hi. Look at this beautiful avenue. Trees planted either side. Gorgeous green rolling hills. Snowy mountains. Ooh la la. Oodalali, oodalali. Little splashing. Looks good. All right, never let a power line stand in your way. We're at the fork and we cross and onward. Woo! Look at those mountains in there. Aye. Look at that bird. Wow. Gorgeous, gorgeous plumage on some of these birds. We're looking for an overlook to get a view down the valley and hoping that the light lights all the green fields up to the mountains. So let's see. All right. Well, the better part of valor is retreating. So we went a little too far, and now
mud is a little too deep.
We just have to get back out this way, the way we came. It should be okay. And then
I think keep to the left, bro.
No problem.
Little beep on there, beep, beep,
No
beep.
traction.
Yeah, that left tire looks healthy.
Stuck in a rut. Just have to get over this little hill and then we're good. That's a deep spot. Over the hill.
A little mud bath.
Through the woods. Alrighty, now we are winding back down out of this valley towards Bishkek. This is great. Entry to the town, and those are all birdhouses. It's really, really cool. And they've put a new sign here, which is nice. And you can see just kind of the dappled light on green countryside out there. And we got a donkey. Alrighty, so we topped up and we're just a few kilometers away from the hotel in Bishkek. Final gas up, and we decided to book a hotel. The flight's at 2:30 this morning. So we'll take a hotel and just kind of chill for these last couple hours. Grab some food, grab a shower, which we couldn't really do at the last place. Grab a good nap, and then probably around 11:30 at night, head out to the airport. And then it's a 6-hour flight to Istanbul, and then a 3-hour flight to Copenhagen after a 6.5-hour layover. So that's the part that makes it a little bit rough. But yeah, heading back. Just a little bit out from the hotel and decided to stop along the road. Got a little place, plov, one second to last meal, I think. So let's see, this looks really good. Already one final meal. Ooh. David stepped out for a sec. Nice little cafe. He went for the giant lagman again. I went for the bishmarmak with beef. Looks really good. So it's a booming evening here in Bishkek International Airport. That's our one flight at 2:30 a.m. Katu! But yeah, I don't know. Terminal's all right. It's nice. Pretty hard to believe it's a capital city, but they don't fly like it's just this one Istanbul flight that flies at a weird time. So I'm sure it's much more busy other times. But interesting. Already 14 and a half hours later, 3 p.m. Copenhagen time. We're back. David's off to the train. Poor guy has got a day and a half and then he's off to New York. I have a little bit of time to relax, but yeah, thanks everybody who followed along on the adventure. And probably a couple months before I get the final edits, the photos sorted out and they start to appear.